Assalamu alaikum. Good afternoon, viewers. Welcome back to our channel. So today we are going to have an interview with Ms. Rukayya Alfazazi Namairage. I don't know if you guys remember, we told you guys earlier that we are going to have the second episode of our interview about her visit to Turkey. So we are here now, and we are going to talk about her trip to Turkey, inshallah. Nice having you here again with us, Mom.
It's nice to have you too. It's nice to be here.
Yeah. Well, all right, viewers, this is part of a series of episodes that we are planning on bringing to you as part of the celebrations of 100th anniversary of Turkey as a republic, or Turkey as a republic. In 1923, the country was established as a republic under the leadership of Mustafa Kemal Ataturk. And since that time, it has gone through massive transformation in terms of almost everything, every sphere of life, including religion, including politics, foreign policy, and so on and so forth. So we're going to hopefully be looking at Turkey, or Turkey as they call it now, from different angles. Starting with this interview with Rukayya Alfazazi Abdu Namairage, who recently visited Turkey, and she's mostly going to talk to us about what she saw and the people she met and the purpose of her visit. And then much more robust political conversations about Turkish foreign policy and so on and so forth will come with some political analysts later within the week, inshallah. So Aisha Jega, back to you. Ask your first question.
Okay, when did you visit Turkey and why?
Well, the first time I visited Turkey was last year. That was 2022. We had to transfer in Turkey in order to go to Nigeria. So we were planning to go home. So, like I said, we had to transfer. So my sisters and I decided to go to Turkey and have and see the country. Yeah, and then we fell in love, and then we went again just a couple of months ago, September. And that was mainly for my sister's friend's wedding. That's what we actually went for. Yeah.
Is she a Turkish? The
Yeah,
friend that you went to.
she's Turkish, yes. She's Turkish.
So how did you find Turkey? The
Mm,
beauty, the architectural structure, religion, culture, food, all those stuff.
Turkey is truly, it's amazing. It's an amazing country. It really is. I was telling my sisters that had it been like convenient or easy, I would personally love to move to Turkey and live there. You know, it's really very nice. It's a wonderful place. Yeah.
So you have been living in Taiwan for the past 20 years.
Yes.
We had that from the previous interview.
Yes.
You know the Taiwanese people so well.
Yes.
So what can you say is the major or fundamental difference between the Turkish and the Taiwanese people?
I would say, because you know, Turkey is a Muslim country, obviously, right? Whereas Taiwan is not. So, in Turkey, you somehow feel more at home because a lot of the things are similar to what you already grew up on. People are warm, you know, you can feel the genuine energy of people on like when you talk to people, you can feel how genuine they are. So I think that is one of the major differences, honestly. And then like for us here in Taiwan, because it's not a Muslim country, it's you have to be careful with what you eat. You know, you have to be, you can't just go somewhere and just eat anything. You have to be very careful with what you eat. But in Turkey, you have this freedom that I don't know, people who live in Muslim countries probably take for granted. But the ones who don't, you feel this freedom where you can go anywhere and you could eat anything, you know, without having to worry about it. Yeah. So that's really nice.
Okay. But we've heard from a lot of people that the Turkish are not hospitable. What can you say about that?
I think it depends how you view it. They could be like we've had some experiences with certain people. I think like when we were there, like some of the um um I think taxi drivers or some people like I don't know in the stores or supermarkets, but generally speaking, like the Turkish, like the ones that we know, like when we went to Turkey for a wedding, right? So we stayed with the we went to the bride's family and everything like that, and everybody treated us very well, very kind. And all the friends that we have in Turkey, whoever we visited, they were very welcoming and very kind to us. We've never felt unwelcomed, you know, but I feel like in all countries there's good and bad in people, you know. Yeah.
So we've
Yeah.
heard that the young children in Turkey are not religious, and then most of them don't even pray till they reach the age of 40 years. What can you say about, what can you say about that?
Well, to be quite honest with you, I don't know about this 40-year thing. I don't know, but it is true that a lot of them neglect their religion. This is true. This really is true. A lot of them neglect their religion. A lot of them are not practicing. A lot of them um they would rather even be considered European. You know, they want to be European. They want to be so westernized. So they kind of neglect a lot of their religious duties, as to say. So yeah, this is true, unfortunately.
So that means it is in terms of dressing, right? Is it in terms of dressing or maybe prayer or
Yes,
I don't
in
know?
terms of dressing, how they dress, like you'll see young women out in uh revealing not modest wear, you know, and you'll see guys with tattoos, you know, you'll see and you know how like Turkey is known for like the beauty industry where they do like a lot of surgeries for their faces and stuff like that. So you see a lot of women with surgical procedures, and it's obvious because obviously that's not natural. So yeah, you see a lot of that. Yeah, yeah.
So what actually is the thing that attracted you the most in the country?
I love how much history there is in Turkey, Islamic history. You know, I the more I was there, you know, because I don't know, there's a feeling that you can't explain unless you are there. But we visited a lot of religious places there in Turkey, and it just makes you feel so proud to be a Muslim, really. Like especially when you learn about the Ottoman Empire, you know, how much they fought for Islam and everything like that. You know, all the things that they sacrificed. These were normal people, but they did a lot. So it's so inspirational. It's so admirable. It's something so amazing. And I felt, I don't know, there's a calmness there. There's something special in Istanbul. And this is not just coming from a Muslim. I've even heard this from non-Muslims who say it. You know, there's something special in Istanbul. Yeah.
So is it only
What
Istanbul that you visited, or you visited other places?
Yes, I visited. This time, the first time we went, we were only in Istanbul because we were there for only 8 days. But this time, because we were there for a lot longer, we also went to Bursa, which was, I think they say, the first capital city before they changed it. So it was Bursa. So we went to Bursa, which was also incredible, amazing. And it's funny, Istanbul and Bursa, it's like completely two different places, you know, and the people there are different and everything like that. It's just so much calmer, and without so much hassle like how Istanbul is. You know, Istanbul is very busy, very, very busy place. Yeah.
You said there is something special in Istanbul. Can you please tell us what that thing is? Like, what is so special about Istanbul
I
that you
think
said is very special?
to me, I think it's because there were so many religious people that died in that country, you know? I think that gives it there's like a blessing. There's like a blessing in that place. That's what I feel, you know? So I think that's what makes it really special. Yeah.
Well, it's actually an irony that Turkey is a Muslim country and then the Turkish are not religious.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's really
So
sad.
in the previous interview, you said Turkey is your best among Nigeria and Taiwan. So why did you say that?
I think just like what I said previously, which is I felt like my most religious self. That's how I felt when I was in Turkey, you know? Yeah, you're around so many people you see. Even though, yeah, you see a lot of people who are not practicing, but you do see also a lot of people who are practicing. It's a beautiful thing. It really is, especially when you go to those mosques, and stuff like that. Yeah.
There is one popular mosque called Hagia Sophia. I don't know
Yes.
how the correct pronunciation is. Some people
Yes.
say Hagia Sophia, but I think it's Hagia Sophia, right?
Yes. Yes.
Did you
Hagia
visit
Sophia.
this?
Yes, we visited Hagia Sophia.
How
Absolutely
is it? Describe it.
beautiful, like spectacular, gorgeous. I still have photos on my phone of that time. It was really spectacular. It's huge. I remember when we went home, because that was when we went to Hagia Sophia was last year. And then I took so many pictures. So when we went to Nigeria, I was showing my parents and stuff like that, my family, and they were just astonished. They're like, this is really a remarkable place. And keep in mind, Turkey has, I don't know, thousands of mosques, and they're all just very unique and beautiful in their own way. Really spectacular. Yeah.
About the beauty of the structures, not about the people going there to worship. Are they just like some people could say they're just there meant for sightseeing, something like that? Are there people that go there in to pray?
Yes, and they shut it down. Like when it's prayer time, they literally shut it down. No tourists can go inside. So only the people who are going to pray are allowed to go in there. And like you know, there's the famous Blue Mosque as well, and those other masjids, right? So like let's say on the Jumu'ah day, when there's gonna be a Jumu'ah prayer, so they basically like maybe 30 or 40 minutes before the prayer, they just close down everything. So only people who are going to pray are gonna go enter. It's like no entry for tourists at all. At all. So it's so nice. You can worship in
Yeah.
peace, not having people all around you, because there's a lot of people. A lot of people.
Talking about tourists, do they allow non-Muslims to enter the mosques? Because
They
I
do.
think it sounds odd.
They
In
do.
some places, are not allowed to enter mosques.
But they do allow them. They do allow them. They even have like they have like a rack outside where they have these gowns basically. So for those non-Muslim women who are dressed inappropriately, they would ask them to put that on and cover their heads and stuff like that too, like respectfully, so that they can go and enter the mosque and stuff. Yeah.
So do you watch Turkish films?
No, I don't. Do you like them?
Why?
Do you like
No?
I don't watch any Turkish. I don't know anything. No, I don't watch anything, really.
A lot of TV series, Turkish drama, they are now popular here in northern Nigeria thanks
Mhm.
to Arewa 20. that has
Yeah,
been translated into
plating
Hausa.
them. Yeah, I
There
see
is one
them on
particular,
Area 24. I see them, but I don't watch them.
yeah.
I watch
That's
that. Boy, that's it. Hmm?
Oh, you watch that?
Yeah, that's my jam. That's my
Ah,
jam.
that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, my mother watches Tarkon Kauna, and
That's
there is
it.
what the central character is Omer,
Okay.
and so he has a wife, and the name of the wife is Zehra. So my
Mhm.
sister has decided to change the pronunciation of my name into Omer, from Omar to
Amen.
Omer, and she calls me Omer na Zehra. And this is kind of my new nickname.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is the influence. This is to show you how influential movies
Mhm.
and in changing people's perspectives and how people think. And
Yeah.
Turkish government has been investing hugely in making in influencing the mindset of people and trying to change the narrative towards to its own favor. For example, we have discovered that it has been pumping a lot of money supporting the film industry in order to become as great as the other Western film industries. This
Mhm.
is what they call soft power. You know, the US has
Yeah.
been using Hollywood to make people believe in its own military might,
Mhm.
technological might, and so on. So
Mhm.
just like the China.
Yeah, that's true.
Let me ask you about some of the places and people that you have visited. I'm sure you visited Halima Umar Saleh.
Yes, I did.
Um,
I did.
what can you say? She's a deputy editor of DRT Hausa.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
You visited her at home one
Yes.
Saturday morning,
Yes, we
and
did.
you spent a couple of hours. What can you
Yes,
say
we did.
visiting her?
She's smart, intelligent, very, very intelligent. MashaAllah. Very well-spoken lady. And um she just knows her stuff. It's amazing to talk to somebody like that. It's nice to talk to people who understand you, and you can share your own ideas without really being judged for them. So she was amazing. She welcomed us really, and she made us food and made us some stuff, things that we really missed. You miss Nigerian food, things that you guys take for granted. Believe me, the simplest things we miss. And she even gave us gifts and everything, but she was an amazing lady, really very kind. Very, very kind.
You saw her daughters and her sons.
Yes, I did. I met all of them. They were all very lovely, well-mannered, polite kids, all of them. Yeah. My sisters and
So
I
you're
all
looking forward.
enjoyed it.
Yeah, you're looking forward to meeting them again. You're looking forward to meeting them again.
Inshallah, if we go to Turkey again, which will probably be
Yeah,
soon. Mm-hmm.
yeah, definitely. Then the food. Tell a few days ago, a few weeks ago, I was having a conversation with you, and you told me that there is one popular Turkish tea
Mm-hmm.
that you you have got from Turkey, and you
Yes.
still use it in Taiwan.
Yes,
I
yes,
mean,
and I make it. And no, because it's a
mm,
specialty, you don't understand, Omar. It's not like just the tea that you put a tea bag and you pour hot water. No, there's a special way of making this tea. There's a special teapot for making this tea. I wish I could demonstrate right now, honestly, because I'm very proud of myself. But
oh, that's
I've made this, I've made this tea. Now I have excelled in making this tea. And I wish one day I can make a tutorial on how to make this tea, but I've made it and it's delicious. My sisters and I enjoy it. I'm even gonna make it tomorrow morning because we usually go to work late on Tuesdays. So I'm gonna make it tomorrow, inshallah. So it's amazing. I love the tea. The food is also good. They just don't eat any chili. They don't have any spice. Everything is like salt and pepper or overly salted. So it's not like if you have like a little bit of yaji by the side, maybe you can survive. But otherwise, honestly, I prefer my tool. That's all I'm saying.
That's good.
Yeah.
Okay, let me ask you about, this is not a political question. It
Okay.
is a question that has to do with the development, infrastructural development. Now, talk to
Mm-hmm.
me about the buildings that you saw, the roads, the train
Amazing.
stations, like
Amazing. They do Taiwan. Oh, they're up there with Taiwan, honestly, especially their roads, you know, and they're very good with what they do. I think one thing I could say that Taiwan does better is the metro system. Our metro system in Taiwan is very, very efficient. It's on time, you know, there's a schedule and everything like that. And I guarantee you it will never be like even 10 seconds late. That's how on time it is, you know? But uh but still in Turkey you can still go around easily. I think it's just those things you need to get used to, you know, once you get used to it. Because by week 3, my sisters and I basically became so comfortable that we could take the metro ourselves. We took the buses by ourselves. So it's really not that bad. I think the one downfall I would say is that people don't speak English, you know? People really like I think if there's 100 Turks, you probably will find 2 or 3 that speak English. Yeah, that's the only thing.
so, which means you have seen both an opportunity and a challenge. An opportunity for you as an English teacher to go and establish an English academy, and a challenge for you to be understood when you speak with those guys. Have you noticed that? That you compare them with the ones that you.
But I think they don't want to learn English, to be honest with you. I think they're very proud of their mother tongue, you know? I don't think they're those ones. It's not like here in Taiwan where if you open an English academy, you surely will succeed, you know, because everybody wants to speak English. I think it's a little bit different there. Like that's not their priority. Yes.
You earlier said that they want to be identified as Europeans because in few years, I mean, some years ago, there was a move by the Turkish government to enter European Union, to join the Euro, to become part and parcel of Europe. Um, like, isn't that an excuse for them to learn English because they cannot be amalgamated, they cannot be integrated into the mainstream Europe if they cannot speak English, even despite the fact that it's not every European country that is that uses English as a first language.
Exactly. Yeah, I guess so, but it really doesn't seem like it's their priority because they don't speak it. Or maybe they do and they just act like they don't. I don't know, but I think that's the only really complicated thing that we had to figure out. Like, but they do appreciate it when you speak their language, when you try. So we tried to speak with them in their language to ask things, and then they become friendly like immediately. Even if they don't seem friendly at first, once you try to speak their language, immediately they become friendly. They become very nice to you. Yeah.
What can you say when it comes to racial discrimination in Turkey? What can you say about that? Are the Turkish race?
I don't know, you know, we didn't really encounter any racism. You know what's funny though? A lot of them thought we were Arabs. I don't know why. Every time my sisters went out, some of them would just ask us like, oh, are you Arab? They thought that we're Saudi Arabians or something like that. They thought we were Arabs. We found that very strange, you know, because obviously we don't look it. So we didn't understand. So we were thinking maybe it was the way that we dressed because the majority of the time we would wear abayas. So we were thinking maybe that's why they thought that we were Arabs, but we didn't encounter any racism. Yeah. Only in the airports. On the Turkish airlines, they treated us terribly. They're not very kind. Yeah.
What happened,
Yeah.
please?
And the Turkish air, oh, they're when you talk to them, they don't mind you. They make you, they just like look down on you, or they'll even ignore you when you talk to them, you know? And then if another person talks to them, another person meaning a non-Black person, they will respond, you know, and be very courteous to them and stuff like that. But this was on the Turkish Airlines, and we're not the only ones who say this. You know, there's a lot of people who have had the same experience. we've had we have this problem with the Turkish Airlines, you know, and the people at the airport in Turkey. But then when you go out of the airport, it's fine. Yeah.
Final question. Aisha, final question. Ask her to say something in Hausa because we have never heard her speaking Hausa.
I'll speak it and I'll blow you away. What do you want me to say? You have to ask me.
So put the question blown away.
So say hi to our viewers in Hausa.
Oh God. Can you ask me a question? All of a sudden I'm nervous now. You can ask me a question.
No, just say hi to them.
No, please. Ask me a question. If you ask me a question, it'll be a lot easier. I can answer it. You know? Ask me something.
So the question should be related to Turkey, to your visit to Turkey or any other thing.
Any question you like. I'll impress you.
So yaushe zaki dawo Nigeria?
Okay, no problem. Inshallah, zan dawo Nigeria wata shekarar.
In kika da zaki koma Taiwan ko kuma kin dawo gida kenan?
Yanzu ba tabbas gaskiya. Inshallah.
I am impressed.
You're
Masha Allah.
Na ce miki Hausa ta ba laifi ba matsala.
Gaskiya dai kan babu matsala.
Many people think I can't speak. I actually can. I can speak. Yeah.
No, I'm absolutely impressed with you. Yes, of course. The pronunciation, the intonation, like when you say ba masala and when you say the other word, remind me, like when those words are kind of hard for people who are not familiar with the language to pronounce. And so which
I
means
know the
you know all
language,
those
Omar.
big,
That's
big
my first language. No. Please, viewers, excuse him. Excuse him. Hausa is his first language, okay? It is my mother tongue. It is my first language. It's the language that I knew before I even knew English. So I know it. I speak with my parents in Hausa all the time and my siblings and stuff like that. And my grandma. And I learn a lot from her because she's from Kogi. So she says a lot of things.
Sure, of course. That's fantastic. And I'm sure, I'm telling you that I will take this video to your father and he will be proud of you listening this beautiful house coming from you.
Yeah, he'll be very proud.
Sure, he will be.
Yeah, he'll be very proud.
Say something about our program, Global Arena, and this interview specifically in Chinese. As in, maybe viewers keep watching Global Arena. My name is Rukayya, and I'm speaking to you directly from Taipei, the capital city of Taiwan, blah, blah, something like that. As in, you're making a jingle for us, you're making an announcement for us.
Okay. 你好，大家好，我叫 Rukayya，我住在台湾已经20年了，我现在30岁了，然后希望你们大家可以继续看Global Arena，谢谢。
What did you say in English?
I said, hi everyone. My name is Rukayya and I live in Taiwan. I'm 30 years old. I've been living here for 20 years and I hope you can all continue to watch Global Arena.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
A round of applause.
Oh God.
You've of course. So before we do the conclusion, here in Nigeria, we are recording this on Monday,
Yes.
the 27th November 2023, and the time is now 4:07. What time is it now in Taipei?
11:07.
Oh my God, it's my
Yeah.
bedtime. Could be my bedtime. Sure.
I have no idea. The party is just starting right now. If you go out right now
Oh
in
my God.
Taipei, you'll still see a bunch of people outside as if, you know, they don't have jobs. Yeah, but just because it's safe. Alhamdulillah for that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Alhamdulillah. One of the
yeah.
safest places I know.
It is. It is.
Mm.
It is. Alhamdulillah for that.
Yeah, sure, of course. And you have a lot of tourists coming from different
Yeah,
countries?
you know, recently the tourists have been, it's you know, since COVID, you know, there was a big thing that was going on, and then you don't have anybody. At this time, you have no idea, from like early this year, the amount of tourists, because the area that I live in, we have this famous river. So because we have that famous river as a big tourist attraction, you have no idea how packed it is. It's so annoying to go to work because every single time you go outside, there's just a lot of people. When you're on the metro to go to work, there's a lot of people. It's just packed to the brim. So many people, Japanese, Koreans, Europeans, Americans, everywhere from all over the world. And the thing is, you can know because, you know, you hear them speak, so you understand like where they're coming from. So Malaysians, Indonesians, there's just so many people. Everybody is here. Everybody is here right now. Everyone. Yeah.
Congratulations. It's an opportunity for you to meet different people from different backgrounds.
Yes, it's very interesting. Last time actually I was on the metro, and then this one American guy, he was asking a Taiwanese person like, "Oh, how do I go here?" He was asking her on the map. He's like, "How do I go here?" And then the lady seemed confused. I guess she didn't know, right? So I just went up to him. I was like, "Oh, you should go on this other side." And then he's like, "How do you even know that? You're not even a local. How do you even know that?" Little does he know, I've been living here for so long. You're not even a local. How do you even know that? I'm like, I was like, anyway, you're welcome. It's just on that side. And then I left, you know, went about my business. Yeah, but there's a
You
lot
did
of people, a lot of tourists, a lot. Yeah.
If
You
I
guys,
were you, I would make a friend. If I were you, I would make a friend with the Japanese. I like the Japanese.
the Japanese, you see, the thing is, I'm not extroverted like that. I'm very introverted. I'm not one who like, I'm not that outgoing. I'm usually at home. 95% of the time I'm at home. If not home, I'm at work. And then straight back to home. Yeah. So, you know, it's hard for me. I know you're very friendly. I'm sure you'll make a lot of friends here.
So viewers, we have heard a lot about the Turkish and Turkey. And I know we all can't wait to be in Turkey and see for ourselves.
Yes.
So thank you so much for having, we're so grateful to have you here, Mom. Thank you so much.
You're most welcome. It was so fun and enjoyable.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course. Thank you very much indeed, Rukayya Alfazazi Namairage, for speaking to us directly from Taipei, the capital city of Taiwan, which is an island roughly 100 miles off the coast of Southeast China.
Yes.
Thank you very much indeed for calling, and we hope next we come to talk about another issue that you're interested in, you'll be able to join. Yeah, and yeah, of course, it's fun, interesting, enjoyable, educating, learning from you, hear all those things that you have through and you've said also. So Aisha Jega,
Most welcome. Assalamu alaikum. Have a lovely day.
hello.